GearNetwork.com.
This is a Gear Network production. You a new podcaster need a show introduction or a commercial bumper? Or do you need a commercial for your business, brand, or podcast? Need help with producing your content? Let GRN Productions answer the call. For as little as $5, GRN can provide the services needed to make your podcast sound exceptional, regardless of what network you belong to. From voice work to checking and balancing your levels to eliminating dead air, we have you covered. Head on over to GearNetwork.com. That's GERE Network.com and click on the GRN Productions banner under the Support Our Friends box on the main page beneath the Amazon logo to take a look at some of the deals that we offer. Alternatively, you can email me at GearNetwork, GERE Network @gmail.com with what you need, and I'd be happy to reach out and discuss the plans that work best for you. Don't delay, stand out today with GRN Productions. You need quality, we need money. Let's be friends.
Hi everyone, this is Sleazy.
This is the Fatman.
And we just wanted, before we start our show normally here, normally we, do our little fun play up here, but unfortunately we're saddened to learn the passing of Big Van Vader, Leon White. He was an absolute icon in the wrestling business, one of the best big men ever. He unfortunately passed away. Today is June 20th. Fatman, do you have any?
How is this guy not in the Hall of Fame yet is beyond me. Probably him. He probably is the best big man to ever lace up the pair of boots, as they like to say. His matches with Cactus Jack were brutal. He had really good matches with Sting and Ric Flair. Probably should have had a WWF title run when he was with them, but it is what it is. But he definitely was probably the best big man in sport, to quote Tony Schiavone. But yeah, he will be missed.
Welcome everyone, this is Sleazy.
It's the Fatman.
And welcome everyone to another wonderful episode. You've heard the rumors, they are true. The wrestling show with Sleazy and the Fatman has joined Radio Gear Network. Huge shout out to Radio Gear. You can now find our show on GearNetwork.com. It's a great, wonderful group of guys, as we like to say around here. But it's your one-stop shop for anything in terms of wrestling podcasts. We are glad to be joining the family of Radio Gear, and hopefully we have a lot more in store for everyone. Fatman.
I'm excited. I'm excited for that news. I really am.
I am too.
We'll bring some class to that network.
Wow. Already.
I don't know. For fans you do listen to us, the 7 of you, you know that we're not a classy podcast. That was an inside joke. New fans, you'll get to know us, our inside humor and stuff. So,
trust me, it gets worse and worse every day.
it really does. But we are glad to have you guys with us here as we cover a ton today.
Yes, as some of our fans know, most of you who are new coming to us, we go all over in terms of wrestling. Right off the bat, we're going to talk about New Japan's most recent offering, Dominion, June 9th, well, June 10th if you're, had one bloodshot eye open. We have a whole list of wonderful matches. We're going to get right into it. Suzuki-gun versus Roppongi 3K. This was for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Championship. I really liked this match. I thought it was nice. It was a nice way to really get things going. How do you feel about it?
I don't know if Sleazy's gonna do this for this show, but I do star ratings, just like fuck Dave Meltzer. But I only go to 5 stars because fuck Dave Meltzer. It was an okay match for a house show. 2.5 stars.
We got 3 tropes out right in the middle of our first
Right.
episode.
Okay. So, okay match for a house show is we went to an NXT house show in Albany a couple of years ago, and every match was average. So we were like, it was an okay match for a house show. So every match is average. The trope is it's an okay match for a house show. So it was an okay match for a house show. 2.5 stars.
I kind of agree with that. It was a nice, decent opener. Having the junior heavyweights come out there right out the front is always a good way to start any New Japan show. I feel like it sets the tone, so to speak. I give it about 2.5 stars as well. It's that average, but nice. Yeah. Speaking of Meltzer, we do also compare our ratings to Dave Meltzer because we want to make sure we show everyone how much of a shitbag he is. So,
and by the way, I know we were just on this new network, but we are contractually obligated, but not by them, not by this new network here. Radio Gear, was it RadioNetwork.com?
GearNetwork.com.
I had it right the first time. GearNetwork.com. Let me try this again so you can cut it. So we're not contractually obligated by GearNetwork.com to say it, but we are. Fuck Dave Meltzer. We have to say it at least once a show.
At least once. So we get it out of the way early today.
Yeah.
So Meltzer gave it 3.25 stars.
Fuck Dave Meltzer.
Yeah. I don't understand it. Whatever.
It was an average match.
It was a nice match. Don't get me wrong, but it was like, I am a huge fan of Rocky Romero, though. I will always love that man. So
I loved him on commentary. I don't know why he's not on commentary. Don't get me wrong. I like Don Callis, but I think Rocky Romero is great on commentary. He reminds me a lot of not the humor of Steve Carino, but the passion like Steve Carino.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. You still know that he loves this business 100%, and I'm all for that. It reminds me of the NXT announcer, Mauro Ranallo. He's got that passion that I love so much. Anywho, so David Finlay and Juice Robinson over Jay White and Yoshihashi, part of the Chaos faction. What did you rate this?
It was an okay match for a house show.
See,
2.5.
I thought this was worse than the junior heavyweight tag match.
You know why? Jay White, right? Jay White, right? Like I think I've said this on past episodes. I don't see what the big deal is about this guy. He's generic wrestler number 7. Like he's not special at all.
He is. I really don't understand why they've put him so much into the spotlight. Obviously, Gato's got some sort of hard on with him. I don't know why. But I find it interesting that he's in the second match tagging. So I don't know. I gave it 2 stars. Like I said, I didn't really like it. Meltzer gave it 2.25, so I don't know what.
I liked it better than Meltzer did. Fuck Dave Meltzer.
Yeah. Let's go right on to it. Suzuki, Zack Sabre Jr., Suzuki-gun Part 2, over Ishii and Yano, representing Chaos. Wow. I really, really enjoyed this. And I probably shouldn't have, but I love the pairing between Sabre and Suzuki. It's this very strange, I don't know, it just hits all the right notes for me. The match itself, Ishii's a fucking beast. I gave this 3.5 stars.
Another trope. Overrating piece of shit.
Yeah, of course.
It was an okay match for a house show.
Really?
2.5 stars. Yeah.
I really liked it.
So the first 3 matches I thought were just average. Not bad. It was solid, but nothing to write home about.
Maybe my hard-on for Zack Sabre Jr. is showing. Well, actually, I can't even say that. Ishii, Suzuki, and Zack Sabre Jr. are 3 of probably the top 10 favorite wrestlers currently in New Japan. So that probably turned me to the side. And Yano has a type of gimmick that I really love. I love the almost comedic style of him. So I really enjoy it. Meltzer. Meltzer gave it 3 3/4 stars, which even for me is an overrating piece of shit type of thing.
But you rated him more than he did.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're an overrated piece of shit and fuck Dave Meltzer. Like,
it's like double.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. I really don't give a fuck. Elgin and Goto. Holy shit.
You're missing another person.
Oh yeah, and Taichi. Sorry. He's gonna
There
beat
you
the
go.
shit. He's gonna beat the shit out of me now. Well, I guess the bigger shock was the fact that Elgin won. Elgin won the Never Openweight Championship in a 3-way triple threat match. I hate 3-ways more than anything else. This one wasn't terrible.
Do I have to?
Yes.
Oh, that was okay, but it was in a 3-way. It's not gay when it's in a 3-way. With a honey in the middle, there's some leeway. The area's great in a 1, 2, 3-way.
So,
what'd you rate it?
I gave it 3 stars.
I gave it 3.5.
Okay.
It started out really slow and then it built up. So
I will agree with that.
It didn't look like they were all on the same page at the beginning either. So it was all like they're all just standing around like, okay, do this. No, I'm just gonna stand and do that. And Elgin looked jacked.
Holy shit! Holy HGH, Batman. What the fuck happened to Elgin?
HGH lost weight.
Yeah, but I mean, he's just cut to fucking hell. I mean, you couldn't cut him more if you fucking had a razor blade. That man is fucking tight. It's crazy. I like the fact that they put the title on him. I'm not a huge fan of Michael Elgin. I will freely admit that. But
and is that because when we met him, he was a complete fucking asshole to us?
Yeah. Yeah, that was years ago too. I mean, God, I'm trying to think. That was
5 years ago. Yeah.
Holy shit.
And then we met him at 2CW, and he was the exact same way. So.
Yeah, he was. He's kind of a dick. I think he fits perfectly in with this roster because I'm not going to say that he takes liberties with guys, but he's a snug guy. You know, he's pretty snug when it comes to moves and strikes and stuff. So I mean, he fits right into the strong style that New Japan tends to shine on. So Meltzer gave it 3.5 stars.
Oh fuck! I agree with Meltzer. Fuck Dave Meltzer.
Yeah. I want to say you're both overrating pieces of shit, but I think I'm low on this one. But that's just me. Young Bucks.
Okay.
Versus Evil and Sonata. I am not going to do that.
What?
I'm not LIJ. I'm not going to say the entire thing because I know I'm going to butcher it, even though I took.
Just say Evil and Sonata.
Yeah, it's Evil and Sonata, but it's shameful because I took 5 years of Spanish and I can't say that. It's pretty sad. Anywho, Young Bucks fucking win the IWGP Tag Team Championship. Holy fuck. Another set of Gaijins winning IWGP titles. Or, well, IWGP
titles.
And,
yes.
well, yeah. You know what I mean. Never Openweight, now the IWGP Tag titles. How did you like this match? I thought it was kind of a... Oh, I hate saying this, but it was kind of a traditional Young Bucks match.
So it was at least 4 stars? Like...
I mean... I'm not... I don't want to say anything bad about it, but it's just like... It's a nice Young Bucks match. I mean... It's not,
they're adding psychology into their matches, and I know you're the conspiracy theorist out of both of us, but maybe there's something to it. What wrestling company likes to use psychology?
Ooh.
Young Bucks and WWE confirmed.
Also, CM Punk return confirmed.
Yeah, right.
I think it's just as likely at this point.
4 stars. 4 stars. I thought the match was fucking great.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. I love the match. I 100% agree with your rating. I don't actually have a Meltzer star rating for the Young Bucks, but I assume it's like 8 stars.
If it was in the Tokyo Dome, it would have been 1 billion.
Yeah, it would have been 1 million.
Even though they were already in Osaka, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, well, whatever. I give it 4 stars as well. I thought it was a great match. It just... I like the fact... And Matt's been doing this a lot more, not just here, but also in Ring of Honor too, is he's doing the whole gimmick where he's got a quote-unquote bad back. And that may be legit or not. I don't know. I don't care. The point is that he's using it as a angle in the match. I love that. That's the kind of shit where you go through and go, okay, there's psychology. Now we're not just doing spots to do spots. Now we're doing spots because of the psychology of it. So.
And Nick did the same thing with his foot in the match too.
Yes.
So yeah.
Holy shit! What the hell's going on here? I don't know. Where are we at? Bullet Club. Rhodes, Hangman Page, Marty Scurll versus Tanahashi, Jushin Thunder Liger, and Rey Mysterio Jr.
Notice now, this is the 5th tag team match out of the first 6 matches.
They're having a WrestleMania moment. Everyone on the card.
Pretty much.
I understand this 6-man because Ray's probably still kind of... He's probably not injured, but he's probably still favoring his injury. Liger is how old now?
10,000 years old. He'll never die.
That man will survive New Japan Pro Wrestling. I swear to God. And then the ace, Tanahashi. I'm interested to see where they're going to go with Bullet Club going over them. It reeked of, hey, let's get the legendary faces over type thing. So I was surprised when Bullet Club won.
I was the complete opposite.
Really?
I was like, Bullet Club's going over because they're the younger people. Makes sense to me.
Okay.
Like,
I guess considering, I mean, hindsight being 2020, we know the rest of the booking of the show. I guess it's okay in that respect, but there's like a feel-good moment there that's missing. But we got a bigger one later on, so I guess it makes sense looking back on it. I gave it 3 stars. I was actually not really a fan of the match.
3 stars?
Yes, I know. It was a terrible match. 3 stars.
3
no,
stars.
I know. I get it, but I mean, considering the amount of talent,
this match is one of the worst matches I've ever seen. 4.5 stars.
4.5 stars. I mean, considering
this match was really, really, really good. 2.5.
What I mean by that, yeah, I know. What I mean by that is you have Rey fucking Mysterio, Liger, Tanahashi, who, 2 out of 3 of those can really still work. Marty Scurll is in the match, as well as Cody, and then...
By the way, I'm still surprised that Marty Scurll is able to show up at this show because Supercard of Honor is still fucking going on!
Fucking New Orleans. I mean, I was disappointed in how it could have gone, but it still was a decent match. That's why I'm giving it 3 stars.
3 stars? Really? 3 stars?
Yeah.
Yeah, I gave it 3 stars too.
Meltzer gave it 3.5.
What a fuck Dave Meltzer.
Fuck Dave Meltzer.
Wait, you say that you couldn't find the Young Bucks match?
Yeah, it was one of the only matches I couldn't find offhand.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Proceed.
Proceed.
Where am I at? Actually, this was another one that I didn't get. Hiromu Takahashi versus Will Ospreay. Holy shit! We have a new IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion. Mr. Best of the Super Juniors takes the title as well. How did you like this?
Phenomenal. 4.5 stars. So fucking good.
I absolutely agree. I couldn't believe.
By the way, I literally just looked it up. He gave Young Bucks Sonata 4.5 stars.
Did he really?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Mark. This was the other one I don't have a rating for, so.
4 3/4.
4 3/4?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I went 4.5, but I can understand a 4 3/4 match rating for that. I really can. I hate to, put over Meltzer by any stretch.
Fuck Dave Meltzer.
But yeah. Holy shit. That was. I watched it and then had to go back and watch it again because it was just so good. I felt like I missed a bunch of stuff. Does that make any sense?
No, but it's you, so I understand.
It is me, but whatever. Absolutely love the match. I thought it was a great way of showing off the best of the Super Juniors in a major arena where casual fans would get to see them. You know what I mean? Because you take a look at the card. The card was stacked towards people that were not necessarily looking at New Japan as their main show. You got guys like Chris Jericho on there. So you got a lot of WWE fans on there. Same with Mysterio. A lot of, just dips of different genres. Ring of Honor guys, obviously, because of their mishmash with Ring of Honor's deal with them. I mean, this was one of those shows that I really believe that anybody could have really stolen the show, and they tried to. They really did try. Unfortunately, they couldn't. Jericho versus Naito for the IWGP Intercontinental Championship. Holy fucking shit! New IWGP Intercontinental Champion, Chris Jericho. How do you feel about that? Before we actually talk about the match itself. Wow.
I kind of called it. I didn't do any predictions on it, but before Ryan spoiled it for me, I kind of was I think Jericho's going to win. Just for some reason, to me, it makes sense because it keeps him in New Japan. So you're going to at least see him at least one more time. And it makes plus the way that the match comes out. He's a heel. Give the heel the championship. The funny thing is, I didn't know Naito was the Intercontinental Champion because I thought then I realized that Wrestle Kingdom was the beginning of January, not I was thinking of it as WrestleMania at the beginning of April. Yeah. So I'm how the hell they switched the Intercontinental title twice just to get it to Naito, in the 2 months? That's stupid. New Japan never does that. I'm wait. Oh yeah, Wrestle Kingdom was in January. It didn't seem like it was 2 months ago.
Yeah. The actual match, I love this match. Was it better than Takahashi versus Will Ospreay? I don't think so. I think it's close. I gave it 4 1/4 stars, but I don't think it was better.
Third match in a row, we agree. 4 1/4.
Okay, well, awesome. Oh, and just an FYI, we do not know what the other person's going to say.
Right.
Usually when we do reviews, we talk about it in general. We have a Facebook chat that we usually talk to with myself, Fatman, and a bunch of other co-presenters of the wrestling show. So we kind of have an idea of how we like certain styles in general, but we never actually know what we're going to actually rate the matches till literally as we sit down and run through the show. So it's pretty amazing that we're agreeing with 3 of them already.
Right. I like Jericho's attack at the beginning. It made sense for the character. Didn't Jericho do a low blow? And then code breaker? So he pulled a freaking Nakamura.
Yes, he Nakamura'd him.
And then hit the code breaker and won. He protected the finisher. And yeah. I liked it.
Yeah, I liked it. I liked the post-match attack. Was really great.
Right.
I
loved how who was it? Evil or Sonata came down. Jericho was I don't know who you are, but you better not do that again.
Yeah, it was Evil coming down. It's phenomenal.
It's like, who are you? Don't do that.
What was it, Jericho, or was it somebody else that said motherfucker?
It was Jericho.
Was it Jericho? Okay.
Because he was chopping him. He's like, oh, take that, you motherfucker.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. One of the things that always, like, it pops me a little bit is always listening to a guy swear. And they get away with a lot more on New Japan, obviously, because they're in front of a bunch of Japanese-speaking fans, with obviously exceptions to that. But for the vast majority of that audience, especially in Osaka, they're Japanese. So watch it.
At the same time, they know they have English viewers. And Kevin Kelly and Don Callis, instead of saying, oh, we apologize for the language, they don't even acknowledge it.
Yeah.
They just pass over and continue calling the match.
Yeah, it was pretty... It's pretty phenomenal. I love it. Before we talked about Okada and Omega, let's talk about the commentary, because we never really had this conversation before, and certainly not in front of the Radio Gear Network audience. How do you like the English commentary of Don Callis and Kevin Kelly? Now there's another set of commentary for Access TV with Jim Ross and Matt Stryker?
Josh Barnett.
Excuse me. I'm mixing...
Matt Stryker's Lucha Underground.
Yes. So it's Vampiro, Matt Stryker for New Japan. Got it.
No.
I'm kidding.
I'm going to slap you.
Try me!
I ain't no scared. Bring it.
Oh, no. What are your feelings about the Kevin Kelly Callis lineup?
Is it blasphemous to say I like him better than Jim Ross and Josh Barnett? Jim Ross calling... I know he was first in WCW and then he went to WWF. But Jim Ross calling a non-WWE show is fucking weird.
It is.
Like, it's weird. And, like, if you watch on Access, he's, like, so... Like, they'll do a move and then... Instead of, like, being, oh, he hit him with, like, a Hurricane Rana. He'll talk, and then, like, they'll do the move. He'll talk some more. It's like, oh, there was a Hurricane Rana. Like, it's so weird listening to him. I'm like, oh, Jim, no. You're still the best ever, but come on, man. Like, I like Kevin Kelly and Don Callis better.
Okay. I will walk this line. I believe that Jim Ross is the greatest of all time.
Ooh, what a line to walk. Such a controversial statement by you.
Yes, I know.
What a maneuver!
No, I'm kidding. However, I don't think it's Jim Ross is the greatest of all time without Vince McMahon in his ear. There's the controversial part of it.
I liked him in WCW.
I did not.
I think he was probably the best when Vince McMahon was in his ear. But
I think the best part of the reason what makes him a Hall of Fame, now granted, obviously it's the WWE Hall of Fame, but what makes him a Hall of Famer and the best ever is having Vince McMahon being able to help him call certain moments in history. And I think that without that, he is a great announcer, but still missing a lot of the things that made Jim Ross good old JR. Do you know what I mean?
Right. No, I get it.
And putting up with Barnett is kind of it doesn't help things, because now you're leaning on one of the two of them to do color.
And they're both play-by-play guys.
Yeah, and they're both... Exactly. So it's kind of a weird situation there. Whereas with Kevin Kelly and Don Callis, Callis is obviously your color guy. Kevin Kelly is good at what he does with play-by-play. He's good at not trying to get himself over. Don Callis, not so much, but he's really trying his hardest to get the talent over in the ring. And I think in this particular circumstance, the team of Callis and Kelly is better. And if you twisted my arm and said, hey, put Callis with JR, I still would probably take Callis and Kelly over it. I think you'd have a better.
But when you,
Go ahead.
But with Callis, it's kind of like, I'm not saying he's Jerry Lawler, but he's kind of like that. You know what I mean? Like he'll just say random shit and then just to get a reaction. You know what I mean? And JR, I think I don't know. Like I like to see it just to see if you're right, but I think Don Callis will make JR a little bit better in New Japan at least.
Okay. If I were crafting a team for them from who they have there, I would put Jim Ross and fucking Rocky Romero together.
Oh, definitely.
That would be my... If I was looking at that and saying, I need two guys for commentary, those are the two that I'd pick.
Yup.
From the roster that they have. By far.
Yup.
So, let's get to it. 65 minutes. IWGP World Heavyweight Championship, 2 out of 3 falls. There is no time limit. Okada versus Omega. Let's talk about this. I would like to break it down by the three falls and talk about them as almost as if they were individual matches. I know there was a lot of calling back to even the first 2 falls. I know there's a lot of calling back to the first 3 matches throughout this. This was a fucking masterpiece. I'll let you start because I know you really want to get a lot of this stuff off you.
It was an okay match for a house show. 2.5
You
stars.
motherfucker! You fucking dickhead! What
saw that coming.
I knew that was coming too.
And by the way, the masterpiece thing. Who said that? Who told you it was?
You did. You
I
absolutely.
did.
Well, you watched it before me.
Yes, I did. And I kind of overhyped it for you, and I was thinking, oh, great, he's not going to like it, but he loved it. I gave this match 5 stars after the first fall.
Holy shit.
I literally put 5 stars in my notes before the last 2 falls, and I didn't change it once.
Okay, now, I want to point out something. How do you denote whether or not that's a better match than other matches you've watched?
Because I think it was better than their G1 match, which was the second best. Which was the second best of the 3 last year.
But you rated them both. What?
No, I didn't. I gave that 4 3/4 stars.
Okay.
So if it was better, this is 5 stars.
Okay, so this is what you consider a perfect match in every sense. Okay, so I did a bunch of notes for this because you got me fucking riled. Okay.
I got you riled.
You got me riled up for this. You got me. I was horny by the time this match started. Okay.
Don't ever say that I ever got you horny ever again.
It happened multiple times. Well, you didn't do it. Okada and Omega did. Okay, so
I don't know what's worse, but okay, go ahead.
I did a lot of notes for this. I gave slow build for the first 15 minutes or so. There were certain things I didn't like about the match. I was not happy that Okada gives Omega a fucking tombstone on the fucking apron. And he's back up to take the drop kick. Like, literally 30 seconds later. That's the kind of stuff that was like, oh, come on.
Because the apron's the hardest part of the ring.
Yes. Just the concept of pile drivers. New Japan, fuck your pile drivers. New Japan, still fuck your pile drivers. There were 5 pile drivers, if I remember correctly, in the match. 4 tombstones and a gotch one, right?
A J driller.
No.
It was a J driller.
There was a J driller, but there was another one. It was Omega did like the gotch. No, it's not gotch.
It was the J driller.
It was not the J driller.
Yes, it was.
No, it was.
Okada did like 4 tombstones, and Omega did the J driller.
Omega also did a tombstone variant where he put the legs underneath his armpits. That's not a J driller.
Mm.
That's what I'm talking about.
You're right.
I can't. Is it a Gonzo pile driver? I can't remember what it's called. Forgive me.
I know what you're talking about, but yeah, okay, I remember that.
Yeah.
It wasn't really. It's not really a pile driver though.
Okay, so Gory Bomb. Whatever.
Kinda. Like he
reverse Gory Bomb. The point being is he got dropped on his fucking head. You know, I mean, multiple times both guys got dropped on their motherfucking head throughout this entire thing, and while some of them were more believable than others in terms of near falls, it's just like, oh, fuck you, you know? Kicking out of a Rainmaker was pretty amazing. Styles Clash to fuck with, you know, other people's minds.
Omega to WWE confirmed?
Yeah, of course. Bullet Club is coming to WWE. I found the first fall with the roll-up pretty amazing. I liked that. I loved how they called back to it on the second fall.
Yes.
There was a lot of different stories involved. We could spend an hour and a half fucking just destroying this fucking match, pulling it apart. But, I mean, it's just fucking amazing stuff. The only other thing that I had in terms of my notes was the fact that Okada needs to tighten up that Cobra Clutch, dude. Come on, make that a little bit tighter.
You're just nitpicking now.
Yeah, you're fucking ass right.
You're just nitpicking.
Which I should be doing, because if I'm going to call this a perfect match, it isn't a perfect match. But it's a 5-star match. There's a reason why I'm bringing that stuff up. So,
okay.
Fatman.
Yeah.
Talk to me.
Okay. Hi.
How are you doing? It's like we're doing a show or something.
Right. What do you want me to talk about? The match?
Yes. We were going to talk about it by fall, and then I probably talked about the entire match.
Right.
Because I'm an asshole.
Yeah. I liked the callback to the Dominion matches to where Okada went to go for the Rainmaker and Omega dropped down, but they did the reverse this time to where Omega didn't, or Okada didn't have enough behind the Rainmaker.
Right.
I like that. I liked that the One-Winged Angel is probably the most protected finisher right now in wrestling.
I'd agree with that.
I'm not a big fan of the Rainmaker move because it's just a clothesline. Like,
it's a short arm clothesline.
But it works for Okada, so that's good.
Hey, Hogan's been doing a leg drop for years.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying, so it works for Okada. And fuck Hulk Hogan. Thank you for bringing that up, you motherfucker. I hate you. There's a rationale in me not liking Hulk Hogan. He's a piece of shit. That's why I don't like Hulk Hogan. The end to where, like, just like Dominion, where they just, or last year's Dominion, where they just didn't have enough energy, but they somehow gutted it out at the end. Omega just pretty much dropped Okada for the Rainmaker. It wasn't even like I got him up all the way. I just dropped him, you know, just do it quickly because I don't have the energy. It's got to get it up there and do it. That was great. Just callbacks and the psychology of putting all those previous rematches together into this match was brilliant. 5 stars, obviously.
So, Meltzer gave it 2.25 stars.
No, he didn't give it fucking 7 stars. I saw it. He's a fucking fuck Dave Meltzer.
Okay, so wow.
Okay, so I've heard Dave Meltzer saying it's the best match ever. John Canton said it's the best match he's ever seen. Is it the best match ever?
Now, I had little nibbling bullshit quip, you know. My favorite match before this match was Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels. That gives you an idea of what kind of match I like, I think. I think that was the best match ever. From WrestleMania 25, obviously. This match, I believe, tops it. I believe it. It is the best match I've ever seen.
Wow. I don't even know if this is match of the year.
Really?
I gotta watch Almost versus Gargano again. That match was fucking phenomenal. Like, I gotta watch those two matches back to back. Like, I don't want to say recency bias on this because I just recently watched this and that was in January, but
right.
Man, I don't even know if it's match of the year right now.
So
I can't even,
you
so
can't
I don't
even
even
give a
know.
definitive position of match of the year.
My favorite match is Angle Benoit from the 2003 Royal Rumble.
Is this better than that?
I don't know.
Pure wrestling standpoint, was it better?
A pure wrestling standpoint? No.
Wrestling psychology?
No.
Anything that you would rate a match?
No. Because you know why I'm saying that is because they didn't have Angle Benoit didn't have three. Well, they did, but at the time they didn't have three matches to do callbacks on. They just went out there and wrestled and built up the psychology that way. These guys have three previous matches to build up a psychology.
If you hear Meltzer talk about it, the last 3 to 4 matches that these guys have been the best matches he's ever seen ever.
Which is not true. Because I think last year's Dominion match was the worst of the 4. I think this one was 1. Wrestle Kingdom
was
2. G1 was 3, and then last year's Dominion was 4. And everyone thought that last year's Dominion was the better match. It wasn't.
I don't think so.
It was a Wrestle Kingdom match. So they're not the best matches ever. I'd say right now, no. Is it top 5? Oh, hell yeah. Best match ever? I'd even put Flair Steamboat over this. That's the NWA guy coming out of me. I don't know. There's been so many matches in the history of professional wrestling. I don't want to put recency bias on this.
Okay. And as wrestling
just because it's fresher in my mind doesn't mean that's the best match of all time. It's a fucking masterpiece. Don't get me wrong. It's fucking phenomenal. You need to see this match. Even in Japanese commentary, just go fucking find it and watch it. But
okay, here, I'll give you this then. Is it the best non-North American match you've seen ever?
Yeah.
By far.
By far.
Okay. At least I got that out of you. Yeah. How did you like the show overall?
The first 3 matches were okay, and then it started picking up. Probably a solid 8. Solid 8.
I thought it was too long. I think that hurt it a little bit.
They could have cut the fucking first 3 matches. It would have been fine.
Yeah. And that cuts my rating a little bit. But you have what I consider the greatest match of all time on it. So I still have to say 9. Because you absolutely need to see the show for Okada Omega. And there are other matches on this show that I would absolutely recommend too.
Okay, so just to be a dick.
Of course.
WrestleMania 25.
Yes.
Michael Faker was the best match of all time.
Yes.
Nothing on that card was relatively semi-decent besides that.
Correct.
What was your rating of that?
That was an 8.
An 8 because of one match?
Yes.
Nah, fuck you.
Yes, it was.
You're an idiot.
Of course I'm an idiot. So, if you don't want to be an idiot, please go to shopgear.com. Yeah, love that segue, didn't you?
I did, actually.
Go to shopgear.com. It is the new affiliate site through Amazon. Go there, go to shopgear.com, do your normal Amazon shopping, and you get to support this podcast and the entire Radio Gear Network as a thank you to us for listening to the show. So check it out. It's shopgear.com. shopgere.com. So let's get away from New Japan. We're already kind of fucking, indie smarks for starting off with New Japan shit. So let's talk about
a better card than Dominion was.
Wow, fuck you.
Let's talk about it, because it was a better show than Dominion was.
Wow.
Takeover Chicago 2.
Talk about indie smarks. Fuck you guys.
Which Sleazy didn't watch.
I didn't watch it. I absolutely didn't watch it. In fact, I didn't watch either Takeover or Money in the Bank.
Talk about indie smarks. New Japan Mark. You're the new Dave Meltzer.
Yeah, I am the new Dave Meltzer. I don't fucking watch this fucking WWE bullshit. Fuck that shit.
You're the new Dave Meltzer. All right. Well, the better show started off
Young Bucks suck my dick.
No, you suck their dick. There's a difference.
I'm not Dave Meltzer.
No. I'm not gay. They suck my dick. Right? Is that your excuse behind it?
That is my excuse.
Okay. The Takeover Chicago started up with the NXT tag titles. Undisputed Era versus defense against Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch. Dude, I had no expectations going into this match. This is a 4 1/4 match.
Really?
Yeah, it's fucking great.
I heard a lot of people talk about this match right afterwards. What do you think made it such a low expectations match? Was it because it was just Oni and Danny, or?
Yes.
Wow.
Because they weren't getting much TV time, and then just shoved into a tag title feud. You know what I mean? So not many people knew them, and the crowd were shitting on them too. But they slowly. The crowd was booing for everything they did, and then the match kept going and going and going, and the crowd kept cheering them. It was like in Rocky IV when he was in Russia, where the crowd just slowly turned and started liking Rocky.
Right.
And then the "This is awesome" chant was going on at the end. Yeah, it was really fucking good. They won the crowd over.
Well, that's the thing, is that with a show like this, they tend to, it's not 7 hours long, so it's not WrestleMania, it's not fucking New Japan in that respect. They have 2.5 hours, they get their shit in, get the fuck out. So to see this match get put on this card was kind of interesting. So,
well, it worked. Ricochet versus Velveteen Dream. Oh my god. Splooge. 4.5.
Fucking Mark. Fucking Ricochet Mark.
Right. Like, the whole feud with Velveteen Dream saying, "I'm better than you. Whatever you can do, I can do better." They put it into the match, so it was, the psychology was there too, and it got a lot of time. So sort of the tag title match, but it was I liked it. 4.5. Dude, watch it. 4.5 stars. Get out of your smartness and go watch two indie guys wrestling on a WWE show. On WWE Indie.
I don't like guys who get their name changed when they get into WWE. I liked Ricochet back when he was, like Ricochet.
So you don't like Kevin Owens? Lawyered.
You didn't like... Never mind. You're an
Lawyered. You're an idiot.
You're an idiot.
A fucking idiot. You're a fucking idiot. Shut up. NXT Women's title. Shayna Baszler versus Nikki Cross. It was a good match. I mean, it wasn't anything to write home about. 3 stars. I mean, this match was pretty much built around Nikki Cross not being afraid of Baszler.
This is where I wish Travis Canning was on the show. Travis is a promoter way up in Newfoundland, and he raved about this match like it was the second coming of fucking Christ.
This was the worst match on the card.
Yeah, he made it sound like it was this amazing fucking match that had so much psychology. It was just.
Didn't he say it was his match of the year?
Yeah.
No way.
Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, sir?
I mean, it was a good match, but
it was the worst. It
was the worst. It was a good match, but it was the worst match on the show, which tells you the strength of the show. Baszler retains by choking out Nikki Cross, and she pulls the whole Raven thing in WCW where, she's in the move and she just starts smiling and then she passes out.
Right.
NXT title, Aleister Black defends against Lars Sullivan. Again, another good match. I give it 4 1/4. Sorry, not 4 1/4. 3 1/4.
How dare you try and make it 4 1/4?
No, not even close. But there is one. The only botch of the night happens where Black goes for Black Mass and he completely fucking biffs.
I saw that. It was everywhere.
And he slaps his leg so Sullivan so the sound hit, but Sullivan had to sell it because he heard the leg. He heard the slap. Oh, it was just. That was the only botch of the night, and thank God it wasn't the finish. So it kind of killed the match a little bit, but it was good. I think Lars Sullivan looked good. I think, in defeat, even for that one botch. I know a lot of people would be like, oh, he's going to be remembered for that. But, it wasn't his fault. It was just miscommunication. It happens. So, whatever. And then the Chicago street fight, Johnny Gargano versus Tommaso Ciampa. I love this match till the fucking end.
Always to the finish. I heard what the finish was.
I fucking hated this finish. So they beat the living shit out of each other because it's just Chicago street fight. Ciampa, they went up on the stage. Or not on the stage, but they went up near the stage where they had a couple tables set up. Ciampa's going to put Gargano through the table, and he takes Gargano's running wing off, spits at it, throws it, which fires up Gargano. He puts Ciampa through the table. Gargano goes to the ring. They stretcher job Ciampa. Then Gargano then bullies the shit out of Ciampa. But for some reason, there's officials out there stopping Johnny Gargano from beating the shit out of Tommaso Ciampa. Well, Gargano handcuffed him too. So
Didn't he also make him submit too?
Yes, he made him submit, but there was no ref because ... Don't know why. There was no ref.
It was a street fight.
Right. But it doesn't matter. Like pinfall submissions, but at the same time, there's no refs. So, and again, yeah, the bell didn't ring, so why are these officials going after Gargano to try to get him off Ciampa? Why? Don't know. And then somehow, oh, by the way, you love this. They tore the ring apart, a corner of the ring apart, to expose the wood.
Oh, fuck you.
Because you fucking hate that.
Oh my god, it is the worst fucking thing in the world. It offends me to the core to do this kind of shit. It's like, oh yeah, the ring doesn't hurt as much as it does now that it's exposed, making every single match and every single move on up to that point look meaningless. You motherfuckers. Ciampa and Gargano are great workers. Amazing in this business. They should fucking know better. Bully Ray did it all the fucking time. I hated him for it. He did in TNA when he did that fucking when he was that obviously Bully Ray.
Aces and eights, yeah.
Yeah, when he did the whole that gimmick. But it just makes me insane. Why would you expose the business like that? Especially in ugh.
Calm the fuck down. Anyway.
I'm okay.
But somehow, with his hands handcuffed behind him, Ciampa hits a DDT on Gargano on the exposed wood and gets the win. Like, so and that's what. So I gave it 4 3/4 because the ending was fucking awful. But
I'm sorry, that sounds like garbage to me.
The build, like the way they built it up, was fucking great, and it got over 40 minutes. So they built it up, but like at the end, because you knew. Plus with all that shit, you knew the exposed. Well, marks like us know that when the ring's exposed and they didn't do a spot on it yet, there's going to be a spot on it, so the match isn't over. So maybe that's why I'm thinking it's stupid, because like, the match isn't over, but why are officials going after trying to stop Gargano when, one, it's a street fight, it's never happened before, like as in a street fight or last man standing or any other no disqualification match, has a guy beat the shit out of someone and the official's like, no, you beat the shit out of them too much. Like, never, ever, ever in the history of no disqualification matches have that fucking happen.
It's ridiculous.
And the belt. And where's the ref? Where's the fucking ref?
Everybody else is there. But the
yes, everyone else is there with fucking Ciampa's tapping out, but the ref isn't. The one guy that needs to be there. So
the ref's in back having a cup of coffee while it's
going. That's the thing. If Ciampa's tapping out, it's like, okay, he's tapped out. Match is over.
Stretcher him out of there.
Stretcher him out of there. Don't be like, oh, no, don't hurt him more. Oh, my God, I hated it. A lot of people fucking loved it. I thought it was stupid as shit. But the thing that it did, though, was it turned Gargano into Ciampa. Gargano changed from the beginning of the feud till now. He's completely changed. He's now just like Ciampa.
Okay.
So I get that part of it, but
I like it.
It was dumb. The ending was fucking stupid as shit.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, I'm definitely going to go back and watch this. I just haven't had the chance to do it before we got our show here. And sometimes shit like that happens. But fuck me. What did you rate this show?
10.
10 out of 10.
Yep.
Better than Dominion.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we've had...
Every match was good. Every match was 3 stars or above. You couldn't say that about Dominion.
No, I couldn't. I couldn't say that about Dominion.
It was literally half the card, but still.
Even fucking Meltzer couldn't say that about Dominion. Here's my question.
Fuck Meltzer.
So we've gotten through a great show with quite possibly one of the best matches of all time. We've gone through a show that is rated a 10 out of 10 by the purist Fatman. So let's take this show down.
Yep.
Let's talk about Money in the Bank.
Oh, God. I did not watch the pre-show, so I don't fucking know.
I watched bits and pieces of this. I tried to watch this as casually as I could. I'm not going to give ratings on this because I didn't give them true time to sit here and say, okay, this is 2.5 stars. This was 3 stars. I'll give you just generic impressions that I had about it. That's all.
Okay.
Oh, before we continue, there were a couple of cool guests that were backstage that night. The big one is Pat Patterson was back there.
Whoa, Pat Patterson.
And then just some nobody that we don't listen to at all, who's going to be at Comedy at the Carlson in Rochester, New York on July 7th. Bruce Pritchard was there. Come on, I didn't get anything for that?
Well,
you know.
And we will also be at Comedy at the Carlson on July 7th. We have our own show there. No, I'm just kidding. We'll be there for Bruce Pritchard.
Yeah, we're the opening act outside.
We could be.
Hey, you never know. But yes, Pat Patterson was there. Bruce Pritchard was there. John Grubick was there. Sanity was backstage. Obviously, they didn't. They made their official debut on SmackDown this past week. It was kind of interesting. The German announcer Carson Schaefer. Forgive me for butchering his name.
No, you guys said it right.
Good. Awesome. He had a mild heart attack the day before, and he wasn't at the show. He's seems to be okay. He's in the hospital, but they're hoping to have him released by Wednesday. So get better soon, man.
You done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Danielson versus Big Ass.
Fuck you!
I thought the match was good. 3 stars.
I thought it was decent.
I mean, Danielson had his working boots on, and apparently Big Cass was taking his off.
I mean, it was a decent match. I mean, Can we talk quickly about because it started here, the chants, because fuck me, it's in Chicago.
I didn't hear any CM Punk chants during this match.
There was a slight one, but it wasn't that bad.
I mean, I heard it for the 5th match, which we'll get to
we will
later.
talk to that.
But I didn't hear it during
I heard it
this match.
softly, but it was just a few of them trying to get themselves over, as usual.
Of course.
Yeah, it was decent. Having the heel hook was kind of interesting. I liked that. I liked the finish was not the yes lock. You know what I mean?
Right. And it made sense storyline wise because he was working over the leg. So
right. It made for a good finish that was not.
But you got to admit though, it would have been so WWE to him to be like, I'm working on the leg. Yes, lock immediately taps.
Yeah, that is like obvious WWE booking.
Yeah. Oh God. Black Lesnar versus Sami Zayn.
Holy shit! Fuck you!
What a fucking awful match this was.
Fuck you. Although I will say this, we'll probably talk about this later. Zayn's hurt.
Yes, we will talk about it later.
So, I will give them a pass because
I won't. Half star. This feud has been awful.
Yeah,
the match was awful.
Stupid, and the match wasn't ever going to be anything more than that anyway because
well, you know. Intercontinental title: Seth Rollins versus Elias. I thought it was the second best match of the night. Nothing.
Yeah, I'm not against that. I once again I'd have to watch the show and really detail it, but I thought it was a decent match. Once again, I thought Elias really made his name on this match. I think he could be. Now, don't get me wrong; he's worked with other guys, but I think this will be the match you point to and say, okay, this man can work a great match, given the right opponent. And granted, Seth Rollins can weave fucking gold out of anything lately.
He's been on fire.
Yeah.
There's been 3 guys that I'm considering for Wrestler of the Year right now. 3. Seth Rollins, obviously Kenny Omega, and Johnny Gargano. Those are the 3 guys that I'm torn between. Like, it's amazing. Normally it's just one clear-cut person, but there's 3 this year.
I could easily make a case for even 5.
You're going to say Okada, and then who's the other guy?
Styles.
No. Styles isn't even nearly as close.
I don't think so, but I think everybody else has a distinct advantage over him, but because he's been kicked in the nuts for the last 4 fucking months. It hasn't been 4 months, but you know what I mean.
It seems like 4 months.
It's only been 2 months.
2 months. And they've had, 5 matches together?
Yes.
Jesus Christ. We'll get to that later. I gave that Intercontinental match 3 3/4 stars. I really liked it.
Like I said, I thought it was really good, and I think it's a Star Main moment for Elias.
All right, women's Money in the Bank match. You have Sasha Banks. Oh my god, I love Sasha Banks. Oh my god, she's my favy. Becky Lynch, Charlotte, Flair, Alexa Bliss. Oh my god, I love Alexa Bliss. She's my second favy. Lana, Ember Moon, Naomi, which is I'm almost spelled backwards, and Natalya. I thought this was match of the night.
1, 2, 3. Oh, I missed Lana. I don't know why I missed Lana. Somehow I missed Lana.
Oh, I forgot to say it. And Lana, anal spelled backwards. I thought I gave it the same rating as in a Intercontinental match, 3 3/4 stars, but I thought it was a little bit better. I thought this was the match of the night.
My first feeling about it was that it was a hell of a lot better than the last year's one.
Because a man didn't win it for a woman?
That was part of it, but just the fact that the match together was put in really nicely. Although I will say there was a point where I can't remember who was on the ladder, but it was Naomi. It was Naomi trying to reach for the briefcase. Becky comes in and Bex flexes somebody while Naomi's basically taking off the briefcase and basically has to put it back on and kind of fuck with it more while she's in the middle of doing this suplex spot. It's like, holy shit, what the fuck's wrong with you? Get up the ladder.
Right.
But other than that, the match itself was put together really well. I really enjoyed it.
Alexa Bliss won, as they'll become a factor later on in the show.
Spoiler, motherfucker.
And then we needed a cool-down match. Roman Reigns versus Jinder Mahal.
Of course! Jinder Mahal!
Fucking Jinder Mahal. God, this match sucked.
Let's
Actually, it didn't. I gave it 2 stars. It didn't suck, but God, the crowd, they fucking hate Roman Reigns. And you think that Jinder Mahal is going to be the one heel to be like, oh, they're definitely going to hate Jinder Mahal over Roman Reigns. No, they didn't.
Okay, 4 different things that I want to point out in this match. First of all, the Money in the Bank match before it was 19 minutes long. It was an 8-person match. This match
was like 15.
17 minutes.
There's no way on God's green earth you need to have a Roman Reigns versus Jinder Mahal match at 17 fucking minutes.
Oh
7 minutes.
God.
7 minutes, but not fucking 17. And by the way, not once have we said Jinder Mahal. It's
by
always
intent.
been Jinder Mahal. Because I fucked up his name one time on a podcast. I called him Jinder Mahal, and it stuck.
It stuck. Stuck like fucking glue. Okay, I believe the fans at this point turned on the match. Okay, let's start with all the chants.
Okay.
Ready?
CM Punk.
Boring. Johnny Wrestling. This is awful. Let's go Cena. Cena sucks. Asshole. Beach ball. Beach ball again. Beach ball a 3rd time. Y2J. Holy shit. Fuck you guys. We even got a callback to Jinder Mahal's normal finisher. A Singh brother gets in the way so that Jinder Mahal can hit the Colossus and win. But even the great Roman Reigns can't get away with that.
Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns. What the fuck is
That's
going
gonna
on
stick
here?
now. The Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns.
Okay.
I mean, it wasn't a good match. Not even close. It was a match that went 10 minutes too long. You're absolutely right. Should have been a 7-minute match. Most of this stuff could have been done in 7 minutes. It could have gotten over, and it probably would have been a better match.
I don't know if it would have gotten over.
Okay, yeah, it wouldn't get over. But it would have been a better match, I think. Okay, so can we please?
And by the way, Roman Reigns won.
Fuck Roman Reigns.
SmackDown Women's Title, Carmella defense against Asuka. This has got to be your fucking favorite match.
Of course.
Because, by the way, Sleazy has an Asian fetish.
So Asuka is amazing. She is, without a doubt, the best female worker in the world. There's not anybody that even touches her. Okay? Nope. Don't even try it. Don't even try it. Go jack off somebody else. Asuka's amazing.
If she was amazing, she would have made Carmella look like $1 million. She did not. But to be fair,
it's Carmella. Yeah. This was an impossible task. And fuck you for, what is this, the third match in a row she's lost? We really needed to make sure that she's no longer got that winning streak in event in her back pocket anymore.
Do you know who does not have an Asian fetish? Vince McMahon.
No, she doesn't. I think that...
You just call Vince a she?
Yes.
Okay.
What? She does not have an Asian fetish.
1 star match was horrible. James
Pronouns, pal.
Pronouns, pal. So the ending is pretty much Asuka looking at a person dressed like her for 2 fucking minutes because question mark before it's revealed to be James Ellsworth, and then she gets semi kicked in the face, and that's enough for her to lose.
So I'm gonna.
I would have taken the roll up of death.
Well, they did. They did the roll up of death. She kicked out of it.
That should have been the finish right there.
You might as well do it because it just made her look even stupid, even more stupid. Okay. Oh, I'm stunned. Holy shit. Duh. Oh no! She's still done.
Then she kicks out and then looks at the thing again, and then Ellsworth reveals himself, and then she loses to
a super kick,
a Young Buck special.
Not even a good Young Buck special.
Oh God!
Jesus Christ! And I thought the previous match with her was bad. Oh my God!
It was terrible, just terrible. Last man standing match for the WWE title. AJ Styles defends against Shinsuke Nakamura.
No, it's Shinsuke Dickamura.
I was going to call Master of the Tip of the Dick Punch.
Master of Dick Style?
Oh my God, I just touched him in the dick.
I would say King of Dong Style, but that's Joey Ryan.
You didn't even get the reference, man.
What's that?
I said, oh my God, he just hit him in the dick. 5 Star Wrestling, Cole Cabana?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I just touched him in the dick. Anyway.
Freight Train, if you're out there.
Fright crying.
Please, contact us. We will enshrine you.
The Wrestling Show Hall of Fame. Fright crying.
We should do a fucking Hall of Fame. You know what? That's it. Our 6-year anniversary show will start by inducting our first 3 members of the Wrestling Show Hall of Fame. You've heard it first here. This is brand new. This literally happened 4 seconds ago. And I'm announcing it. November 14th, 2018, we will be doing a live show as we do every year for our anniversary.
You put a date on it.
Yes,
and I'm going to have to do it that day. Now, watch it be like a Wednesday afternoon.
It probably will be, the way things go. But yes, November 14th is our anniversary. We do a live anniversary show, and we are inducting people to the Wrestling Show Hall of Fame. Mark that fucking date.
It is a Wednesday.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Fuck! November 14-ish.
I get Wednesdays off, so that works for me.
Okay, well, maybe we'll get it to work. Anywho, So back to dick punches here.
I already know who I'm inducting first. Myself.
Ray Train? Oh, fuck you.
Like, it's not even fucking close. Myself. Anyway, last man standing back for WWE title.
WWE Hall of Fame. First inductee, Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
Yup. Gotta put myself
Second
on
inductee, Stephanie McMahon Helmsley. Third inductee,
Triple H. Come on. Anyway, it was a good match. These two just don't. I don't know, man. Is it WWE that's ruining them? Because I don't.
Of course it is.
Because they haven't had a match over 3 stars. Well, no, I gave this 3 stars. They haven't had a match over 3 stars in WWE. So I don't know what the fuck's going on with, like, last year's feud with fucking Owens.
Yeah, same thing.
They fucking just have to have stupid bullshit fucking finishes, and then all of a sudden, just to get more matches out of them, fuck. Just have them go out there and fucking wrestle. They're gonna have great matches.
It's not about the wrestling, it's about the moments.
Fuck you.
It's the truth. It's the fucking truth.
That's what I'm saying, fuck you. But the moment, fuck. Whatever.
I mean,
like the last 10 minutes was good. Other than that, it was just kind of meddling. It's your typical PG era fucking no disqualification match on the main roster.
I still can't believe we're here in 2018. This is the 5th fucking Styles versus Nakamura match, and I'm sick of it. None of them have been great. What is going on with all this? I want to say this was the best one so far, but it hasn't been great. I gave it 3.5 stars, if you're going to say anything. This is the only match that actually caught my attention long enough to actually watch the entire thing. So
I gave it 3. So
I mean, what the fuck is going on here? This is AJ Styles and Shinsuke fucking Nakamura in an angle where they're worried about dick punches and stupid fucking matches like this. I don't get it. I really don't get it. It's pissing me off because the same thing, like you said, the same thing happened with Styles and Kevin Owens. You and I both watched those matches when they were doing tours around in the Indies. They were phenomenal. No pun intended, of course. And then you have fucking Nakamura AJ Styles, which I consider one of the best matches of wrestling that year. It was 9? I want to say 9, 10. Whatever Wrestle Kingdom it was. It was phenomenal once again. And now we get the 5th match of this feud, and it's fucking terrible. But you know what isn't terrible?
Shopgear.com?
Yes, shopgear.com. Once again, go to shopgear.com. shopgere.com. Go buy some cool stuff off of Amazon through the affiliate link. You'll love it. You'll help this show get bigger. You'll help Radio Gear Network get bigger. And all in all, you get Amazon swag.
Okay, let's move on. Raw Women's title. Nia Jax versus Ronda Rousey.
Wait, we have more of the fucking Money in the Bank? God damn it!
We have a couple more. Yep, we're almost done.
It's like pulling off a fucking Band-Aid.
It takes like 2 seconds.
Fuck this match.
Did you even watch it? No.
Nope.
It wasn't that bad.
I passed by it.
It wasn't really that bad, to be honest. Like, I gave it 2 3/4 stars. I thought it was above average. Ronda Rousey looked actually really good in there. So that's what I was kind of timid of. Be like, man, first singles match, how is she going to look? She looked really good. She's about ready to do that stupid slow arm bar thing like she did at WrestleMania. And then, my love, Alexa Bliss comes down, just knocks the shit out of her with the briefcase, then beats the shit out of her some more, beats the shit out of Nia, cashes in Money in the Bank, and beats Nia Jax to win the Raw Women's title.
I find it pretty amazing. Now, I skipped by it, but I accidentally got halfway through the Money in the Bank cash-in, so I saw it happen. But it's like, whoa! Well, that was kind of unexpected. I didn't think they were going to cash it in that night, but whatever.
It's about the moments, Sleazy.
It's about the moments, yes. It is definitely about the moments. How do you like the Nia Jax Alexa Bliss thing all over again?
You gotta define Nia Jax as a character, okay? She's like, oh, Alexa Bliss, like I was bullied, like because I'm overweight, and Alexa Bliss is just a little bully, so she wins the title, and then she gets put in a feud with Ronda Rousey where she's a
Super
bully.
baby. Yeah.
No. She becomes a bully, like.
Yeah, but Ronda Rousey's a super babyface.
Well, but I get that. But like Nia Jax, like I'm sick and tired of being bullied, and I'm standing up to the bullies, and then she immediately becomes a bully. Now, where does that leave her? Like, I know that. I mean, like Nia, like gets her title shot at Extreme Rules or something, but like, what is she now? Be like, I hate bullies again? Like, what?
It doesn't make sense.
I don't get it. Like, Alexa Bliss as a character is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, like.
I think the disconnect is with Nia.
No, it is. So So you quick turn Nia to a baby face, a quicker turn back to a heel, and now she's a baby face again? Like,
oh my god!
She's the Big Show.
Yeah, I was going to say she's the Big Show.
Oh god. Here we go.
Well, it's the Nia Jax.
Men's Money in the Bank match? Like, Bobby Roode, Finn Balor, Kevin Owens.
No, stop. Bobby Roode.
Kofi Kingston, Braun Strowman, Rusev, Samoa Joe, and The Miz.
How did you like this match?
I didn't not like it. Like, I mean, I'm indifferent about it because I think the wrong guy won.
I agree with that 100%.
Because there's no need for Strowman to be the monster in the bank. It's stupid. There's no need for it. He can beat each other at anyone, anytime.
Right.
So there's no need for it. The match was way shorter than it should have been.
Yeah, it was only 19 minutes long. It was the same. It was the same length as the
seemed
women's
like it
one.
was 9 minutes long.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's good, but this time I don't think it's good. There wasn't many great spots in it, except for Owens flying through a fucking padded table.
Holy shit!
Great bump, but then when the fucking the cloth comes up, you see all the padding, so it's like, oh.
Kayfabe program.
Yep.
Oh well.
And then that's it. Like 3 stars. Like I one of the worst Money in the Bank matches there was. I've seen people rate this 4.5 stars. I'm like, no, not even close.
John Cantons, who's a friend of the show, rated it 4 stars.
I like John, and normally me and John are on par, but we're not here. I'm like, no, this match isn't that good. It was good, it was solid, but it was just like, I don't think it was 4 stars.
Right. Well, here's my question out of all of this. Was putting Money in the Bank on Braun Strowman a good thing to do? I don't think so.
Obviously, we got to see where it goes. And let's start Rude's good segue. Oh, by the way, Money in the Bank, probably about a 6.
Okay. I'm not going to give it a rating only because, like I said, I skipped through a lot of it. Because
the rumor and innuendo, thank you, Conrad Thompson, is that the main event for SummerSlam, Brock Lesnar defends the Universal title against, wait for it, Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns?
Again. And then apparently this is the rumor and innuendo, Reigns is going to win, then Strowman's going to cash in. I don't. Okay, but what's the point? Because I guess the logic kind of is they have to give Reigns the win over Lesnar because he's lost so much, and he keeps bringing up how he's the uncrowned champion. So they have to have Reigns beat Lesnar and then immediately have Strowman win, so the fans go home happy. So when the babyface beats the heel, they have to have another babyface cash in so the fans can go home happy.
This is phenomenal. Well, here's the other thing about it is it's almost reminiscent of the Cena Daniel Bryan thing, except it was Orton, but
not really. No. Not reminiscent of it at all.
You're doing the same thing though. You're
not though. It was babyface versus babyface.
Similar.
Not even.
Okay, you've got a big time match for the major title. One person's going to win, and somebody comes in and cashes.
That's every Money in the Bank cash in. So
at SummerSlam.
It doesn't matter if it's at SummerSlam. Because there's two different ones. It's heel versus face, and then you got face versus face. But you're totally wrong on all fronts. Just because it says SummerSlam on it doesn't mean it's similar. Oh.
It made more sense.
You're an idiot. Shut up.
Oh, fuck you.
So the Croc can go home.
Yeah, but
happy. The Smarks can go home happy.
Yeah, really. But I mean that. You could do that with pretty much anybody else there.
But here's the thing. Side. You didn't even need to have Strowman cash in.
Exactly.
You just have him come down and beat the fuck out of them, and the fans would have gone home happy.
Joe cashing in would have made him happy.
Anybody cashing in would have
made it happen.
Anybody. Yes, I agree. No, I agree.
Why Braun Strowman? Why? He's not credible enough as a fucking wrestler?
I think it's because he's the most over and most popular, so we'll just give him the rub. Which I get it, I understand it, but
yeah, but this is a match that's supposed to make somebody. Braun Strowman has been made already.
At the same time, though, we both want, or at least our last show, I wanted to put it on The Miz. He's already been made too.
True.
So,
but of the 8 guys in that match, who is the most believable of getting a WWE title match of some sort on either side?
Without the briefcase?
Without the briefcase.
Strowman.
Yeah. That's why it makes no sense. In my mind. And maybe I'm just a fucking mark that just sits here and bullshits about nothing here. Which we do.
It was surprising because I think most people did want either Joe or Miz to win. But it is what it is. And then on SmackDown, they're thinking that, Joe's going to, face AJ Styles. It was Rusev. So, I mean, I thinking what they're doing is they're doing that thing to where that's what people are saying on the internet. Let's swerve them.
Oh, that makes me nuts.
Because
only
dirt
idiots.
Sheets.
Yeah, only idiots change booking plans because of dirt sheets. I'm sorry.
Which kind of gives. Here's the thing. It goes two ways. The dirt sheets can say, "Well, plans changed."
Yeah.
WWE can say "No, that was never the plan. It was always going to be Rusev winning that match," which
It makes no sense in any sense.
I don't think it was supposed to be Rusev winning that match.
Especially considering they were teasing him face.
I mean,
why would they do face versus AJ Styles?
Well, you wanted him to face. You want Danielson, so.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, I do, but that was a dream match. That was a sploosh all over SummerSlam match. Rusev versus AJ Styles is going to be cool, but it's not the reason. It's not a smart dream match.
Oh, we got it.
It's just a babyface match.
Sleazy, wait for it. We're not at SummerSlam yet.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, we got 4 more fucking pay-per-views until SummerSlam. No, 6 pay-per-views, right? 8? 8 pay-per-views?
1.
9. 9 pay-per-views. Okay, we got 9 pay-per-views.
1.
What, Extreme Rules, right?
Yeah.
Fuck Extreme Rules.
Pretty much, yeah. Big Cass got fired. But apparently you can't teach that.
I hate laughing at him, but it's just, from what I heard, now, I'm going to say this, rumor, these are all rumor, we can't say for sure that they're true. So
you're going to, apparently, allegedly, covering your own ass.
Yeah, I'm going to cover my ass like 4 times here. What we do here is we grab news from all sorts of different places. PW Insider, Raja.com, with Spandex, with Brandon Stroud and all those guys. Quick plug for them with Spandex.com. The PW Torch, even Meltzer's fucking ass, of the Wrestling Observer newsletter. We take all these rumors and innuendo, as like Conrad Thompson would say, and we try and pull out the facts, and we try and really figure out what's actually true here. This was according to Sports Illustrated, because they're one of those high top fucking places.
To be fair, they are.
Not in WWE news though, because
lately they have been.
They have. I think they're dumping stories to them. I think.
So, this is still rumor, but you can't really discredit Sports Illustrated. They are a credible source. So.
Okay. Well, here's what they said.
I consider them a more credible source than fucking Dave Meltzer. So fuck Dave Meltzer.
Okay. Well, we had to get that in one more time. The claim was it was due to personal conduct, specifically his excessive drinking in public during the recently completed European tour, as well as general attitude issues. The drinking was said to be one of the major underlying reasons for his firing. Pro Wrestling Sheet adds that it wasn't just one incident that led to his dismissal, and that on the European tour, one specific issue may have been the tipping point while he was shuttled on a bus. He went to use the bathroom, which had a non-functioning lock. However, Cass thought he was being pranked, and after being stuck inside for a long time, he ended up breaking down the door to get out.
So let me get this straight. He broke down a door that was already unlocked.
It was locked. The lock didn't work.
Oh, okay.
It broke
in my mind, I was thinking so when the door shut, it locked.
Right.
Okay. That makes more sense now than what I was thinking. Didn't he try to open up the door?
Yeah. That would make the story way more better. But no. So he broke the door down, and that means for the rest of the trip, everybody
else
smell
shit.
Well, not only that, but they had to use the bathroom with the door open.
Without the door, yeah.
Some people were pissed, some people weren't. Whatever.
Some people were pissed.
Some people were they were just shit out of luck.
I see what you did there.
What do you feel about that? Do you think that's true, first of all?
I just picture him trying to open up an unlocked door.
Hey, you can't teach me how to this luck.
I can't get out. I can't teach that.
This right here, this is Big Cass. He can break down a door.
Also, don't forget about the little people segment.
Yes, we talked about that on a previous show, but yeah,
maybe everything combined was just a tipping point, and then they just said, you know what, see ya. Go join Enzo on the Indies.
They don't like each other.
I know
what I've heard. That's
because
another rumor,
Enzo's a fucking asshole, which we covered last week or last show, but yeah.
That show, the show before, the show before that, show before that, and the show before that.
Yeah, he's a prick. Anyway.
I wouldn't doubt it myself. This seems right up Vince's alley to just, fuck you, get the fuck out of here. So, I mean, whatever. It's what happens when ribs go wrong.
It wasn't a rib though, which was funny.
As Mr. Fuji once said,
locked door.
As Mr. Fuji once said, best rib, no rib.
No rib. Best rib, no rib. Okay. Mysterio and WWE are still in discussions over a contract. That's old news. Like, they've been talking for months. Zayn, like you aforementioned, has a knee and shoulder injuries. He could take some time off the road to heal those. He is going to go to Birmingham to get him checked out, which is not good news.
No, it's not.
WWE has finally confirmed that they have a show in Melbourne's cricket grounds on October 6th called Super Showdown, which is so stupid of a name.
What the fuck kind of name is that? Super Show Down! It's
People,
like they pulled words out of a hat and went, the Melbourne show is going to be Super Show.
They're probably like, this is going to be a show that's going to be super. That's going to be in Australia, which is down under.
Oh my god, it
Super
is.
Showdown.
Oh my goodness.
It will air live on the WWE Network and also on pay-per-view. So,
wow, really?
Yes.
That's surprising.
This next news I find fucking hilarious. ROH announced that they were going to do a show.
Before you continue that, did you hear what the main match is for the Melbourne show?
Taker versus Triple H.
Fuck you. Also, there's been rumor, and they tap dancer on this, but there's a thought that Michaels is going to be there.
Maybe.
As a performer.
Maybe. We'll see when we get there.
News and rumors.
ROH announced that they were going to do a show at Madison Square Garden, which was huge. And then they probably canceled it due to MSG communicating with WWE. Which means ROH announced the show, WWE's like, and then ROH is like, okay, we won't do one. We're your developmental territory. So we won't do it.
Okay, I'm gonna.
And by the way, that show was going to be WrestleMania weekend.
Which we talked about this before.
In the chat, not on air.
We never talked about it on air?
No.
Okay, let's touch on this real quick then. MSG on WrestleMania weekend, I don't think it would have been the great idea, to be honest with you.
Why?
Will it make money? Yes, absolutely 100%. No doubt about that. But I don't think it would prove to Ring of Honor that they can draw on their own. Okay. And I know that I understand that sounds weird, but I think the reason why they're making the stand at MSG was to sit there and say, okay, we are a big enough company. We looked at fucking All In over there. They sold 10,000 seats without blinking. Well, Ring of Honor can do that. We have half those guys already. So why not sell out MSG? But I think...
Go ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I say here's the thought is, does it matter if they say, hey, we went WrestleMania weekend and we sold it out? Does it really matter? They can say that they sold out Madison Square Garden.
Okay,
it don't matter when it is.
I give you that, but I think moving forward past WrestleMania, I want to say they want to start doing bigger arenas.
No, they do. Well, they've even said that they wanted to.
But the problem is, if they're using Madison Square Garden as a benchmark for that, I think they're going to be severely disappointed when they fucking run Birmingham, Alabama in some 12,000 seat arena and get 2,000 people there. Because
to be honest, Who the fuck goes to Birmingham, Alabama?
True. But but the point I'm trying to say is that I don't want to sit there and say, okay, everyone throw their support behind Ring of Honor, fill up Madison Square Garden, and then 3 months later when they do War of the Worlds, and they say, okay, we're going to go to the Rogers Center.
They're not going to go to the Air Canada Center would probably be the better venue.
But but you see what I'm trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
And I get the two confused. I don't know why.
One's a dome stadium. The other is an arena.
Yeah, but when I hear Air Canada, I think open air. I think dome. That's why.
Oh my God, you're an idiot.
I know. I get it. I understand that.
And that's the sports fan in Sleazy right there.
Yeah, that's the extent of my sports right there. But yeah, the point is, I just don't want to see them think, okay, we filled Madison Square Garden, so the next show we do is going to be amazing as well, and it's not.
Here's the thing. If it's not, I don't think they'll care. They'll just go right to smaller venues again. But they can say that they are the only other wrestling company to sell out Madison Square Garden.
Which may not even be true, because at one point AAA was going to do a show there this year.
They're not. They're not going to do a show there.
They're still working on the deal.
They're not going to do a show there.
Not only are they going to do a show there, they're planning on bringing Rey Mysterio in.
They're not doing a show there.
This is rumor, of course, but...
They're not going to do a show there. Guarantee
Why don't you
it.
think?
If WWE is going to shut down Ring of Honor, a company that they actively do business with, do you think they're going to let AAA go in there and do it? No, they're not.
I don't think they'll have a choice, because I sure as hell don't think they're going to try and run WrestleMania weekend for it.
The only other thing I can think of, and this is to where Ring of Honor's not going to run Madison Square Garden, is that, and I kind of hope this happens. You know how you have NXT Brooklyn in the summer for SummerSlam?
Mm-hmm.
Why not have NXT takes over Madison Square Garden?
I mean, I wouldn't be against it.
I think that's what they were going to do the whole time.
So you think that that Ring of Honor jumped the gun?
Yes.
And tried to...
I don't think they knew...
Piss poor planning on WWE's part.
I don't think... I agree. But I don't think Ring of Honor knew that WWE was going to do it. Or announce it this far ahead. You know what I mean?
You know what I think it's going to be? Manhattan Center. They're gonna do takeover at...
No, they're not.
Manhattan Center. I think so.
Nope.
Or not. Well, the Manhattan Center building, but downstairs.
No, Hammerstein Ballroom? No, they're
Yeah.
not going to do that. You know why? Because ROH is going to be there now. So, yeah. No, they're not going to do that. It's going to be Madison Square Garden or Barclays Center. I sure as hope it's going to be Madison Square Garden. Anyway, dead air. One more news and rumor. And this kind of has something to do with wrestling, but kind of not, and I'll explain. Disney today announced that they acquired Fox for $71.3 billion. That's right, $71.3 billion.
That's billion with a B, folks.
As I'm making the Dr. Evil Pinky $1 billion.
That is Dennis not Dennis. Wow. Oh, God.
You fucking suck.
Yeah. I was going to say Dennis O'Leary. That's
what?
Not his name. The dude from fucking Shark Tank.
Mark Cuban?
No.
That's the only guy I know from Shark Tank.
Mr. Wonderful. There.
Paul Orndorff?
No!
I don't know any. I don't watch Shark Tank.
Now I have to go back.
It doesn't matter. But anyway,
yeah,
the reason why that's significant is because guess who just signed a new TV deal with WWE? Fox.
Except there's a big problem with that.
Say it.
Disney bought 20th Century Fox, the movie company.
No, they bought all of Fox.
No, they didn't, because they're spinning off Fox News and all the Fox.
I don't think Disney wants anything to do with Fox News.
No, they don't.
Because they have ABC.
But the thing is, the Fox conglomerate there is only for the vast majority of the business, but not all of it.
Okay.
So let me get the things here. So it's the 20th Century Fox Film and TV Studio, FX, the regional sports channels, international assets like Sky PLC and Star India, and Fox's 1/3 stake in Hulu. That's what actually was sold. Okay?
That seems like quite a lot for not that much. But I guess you got to figure in the assets of like.
Yeah, it's
everything with it.
Right. So
WWE's deal with Fox has nothing to do with this thing.
No, it is. It has nothing to do with it.
That's not the article I read, though.
So, well, here's the. It's strange because there's. I'm trying to get the bits of it. So all the other bits and pieces of Fox that are, where is it? I'm trying to find it real quick. I'm having a hard time.
Because the article I read said that all of Fox went to Disney.
It didn't. So the piece that Comcast was buying was everything. So the Fox deal did not include Fox News, Fox Sports 1, the Fox Broadcast Network, or its television stations. That's going to be spun off into a new company, for the moment, dubbed New Fox. That's the big piece. The deal that WWE inked was on the Fox Broadcast Network.
What I don't understand is, so they sold, again, this has nothing to do with wrestling, but they sold all their Fox regional sports channels, like Fox Sports Ohio and Fox Sports Southwest and Fox Sports Northwest, but they didn't get Fox Sports 1?
No, they didn't.
That makes no sense.
I don't understand why they didn't just buy all of it and then auction it back off.
That too, but to buy all the regional sports channels and not Fox Sports 1 is kind of stupid.
Yeah. I can understand why not getting the Fox Broadcast Network, because that means Disney would have two major networks. They have ABC.
And Fox, and they also have ESPN. Then maybe why they didn't get Fox Sports 1.
That's true too, yeah.
And I understand the Fox broadcasting channels because you got to do all those syndicated broadcast deals.
Right. And no one wants to touch Fox News.
No one's touched. By the way, syndicated broadcasting has a lot of those syndication channels too.
Yes, they do. Owner of Ring of Honor.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, yeah, it does have a stake in wrestling, in the fact that, yeah, the spun-off company of New Fox, whatever it becomes, is what's holding on to the WWE deal, which I find very interesting because as somebody like Disney or even Comcast, because Comcast claims they were going to take, according to this article on the Wall Street Journal, holy shit, what the fuck kind of wrestling show do we have here? We're talking about shit from the Wall Street Journal? Fuck me.
Wait, did you say FX or FXX? Or both?
FX is coming as part of the deal. The only things that aren't becoming part of the deal are Fox News, Fox Sports 1, and the Fox Broadcast Network, and its syndicated television station.
Oh shit! You know what?
What's that?
They better keep Archer.
They better. Fuck. But yeah, I mean, it's the deal that
And it's
WWE
always
made
sunny
with
in
Fox.
Philadelphia.
Yeah, that's true. The deal that WWE made with Fox before all this happened, from Disney's perspective, I want a piece of that. Wouldn't you?
Yeah, like I said, the article I read was that Disney acquired all of Fox. Like, everything. They acquired the whole Fox company. And all their assets. That's what I required. That's what I read. But again, I read it like 3 minutes after it posted, so more details probably got out by that time. But
here's officially what it was: $71.3 billion cash in stock.
Whew.
That values Fox assets at $38 a share. Okay?
WB stock's higher.
It is. Well, yes, but we're also talking a.
Yeah, I know. Go on.
That's half of it because it's also a stock swap too.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So the sale assets include 20th Century Fox Film and TV Studio, U.S. cable networks of Fox's, including FX and the regional sports channels, international assets including Sky PLC and Star India, and Fox's 1/3 stake in streaming service Hulu. Fox shareholders would get 19% stake in Disney, and Disney would assume about $13.8 billion of debt from Fox.
Ooh.
Holy shit!
So that deal's over $100 billion right there.
Yeah, and they're making this offer with Disney stock being anywhere between $93 and $114 a share. Whew. Yeah.
That is a lot of moolah.
Yes.
To acquire part of a company.
Granted, it's the most profitable parts of the company. Because the Fox Film and TV Studio basically makes any fucking... The royalties off of that is fucking phenomenal.
You have, Deadpool. X-Men.
Yes. That's part of it. Just all the Fox stuff that they can negotiate for Netflix, and for... Obviously, they have a third stake in Hulu now.
There are some... Right, plus they also get some assets and TV shows too. Like, there's some TV shows that air on NBC, but like 20th Century Fox produces. Yeah. So they'll get those too.
Right. So there's a lot of money to be had. And why this all comes back to wrestling is the fact that it's kind of shocking that they didn't choose to take up WWE's part of the deal.
Right.
And,
so now that confuses the shit out of me why they wouldn't do that. Probably because it's airing on Fox?
I think regulatory. They were worried about the regulatory position that they'd be left in. Because they'd be basically taking over another U.S.
Another
broadcast station. Yeah.
But at the same time, you still got NBC, Universal, and who owns CBS now? Paramount?
Paramount owns CBS. NBC
is Universal.
Is Universal, and then ABC is Disney. So yeah, they would have a problem with that, because you are basically being more anti-competitive by having two networks out there. So I get it. I get that they wouldn't want to do that, but I would go back to WWE and say, hey, why don't you come to NBC instead, or ABC instead? We're making this big deal. I know you're going to get a shit ton of money from Fox. We're planning on buying Fox, but we can't have Fox.
They would already made a deal with them if they wanted them.
Yeah, but this merger's been in the works for a while.
It has, but at the same time, and that's kind of my point, because the merger's been there for a while, or maybe Disney. I'm not saying this is. Maybe Disney thought they were going to get WWE when they bought them, and they didn't make the deal because of it. But then you should be like, smarter businessmen, look over the deal, be like, WWE's not part of this deal. So if they really wanted them, If they really wanted him, I think they would have made an offer for them to get it.
Right. I think that I found it interesting that even Comcast didn't want it.
WWE?
They didn't want the Fox network.
Here's the thing. They couldn't fucking afford it. Like, I hear people... I was reading something online where, like, apparently Comcast has, like, 20-point-something billion dollars, and Disney only has, like, 90-something. It's like, that's completely fucking wrong. There's no way Disney has less money than Comcast. Yeah. No fucking way. No fucking way. So... That has to be wrong, and obviously it was. I just don't think. I don't think Comcast could have afforded it. That's why
they offered $65 billion for it, and that was an all-cash deal.
So, yep, load up the dump truck to bring the cash out.
Literally, I mean, well, so as always, we end a show based on wrestling by talking about shit from the Wall Street Journal. So that's a great ending to our show for today.
To new listeners, we go on tangents.
Tangents ain't the fucking truth, you know?
So, I mean, bear with us. We'll get there.
Someday. Anything else? Do we want to plug anything?
We won't post this episode. Or not this one, sorry. This episode will be posted on Gear Radio Network.
Yep. It's going to be gearnetwork.com, GERE network.com.
Gearnetwork.com. I will fucking remember that. I should know this by now. Gearnetwork.com. But I am doing, myself and Ryan, part of the wrestling show, are going to do a watch-along episode for the 1993 King of the Ring. We will put that on our YouTube page. The wrestling show's YouTube page. So that will be out, I don't know, sometime.
It was a little bonus thing that you guys did.
Yep. So we're going to get the Fat Horseman together. If you're a long-time listener to the show, me and Ryan did a couple episodes by ourselves called the Fat Horseman. We're going to do this, and we're going to see how it goes and see how you guys like it. And we may do future episodes like that. So watch along with us in the 1993 King of the Ring. Look for it probably by the end of the week, maybe even tomorrow night, depending on how I feel, because it's going to be a long show. So look out for that. Also, GearNetwork.com, ShopGear.com.
Yes. Also, I didn't do this at the top of the episode because of
Blue Stock Nazi.
Yes. Blue Stock Nazi, they're awesome. They let us use that wonderful song you heard at the beginning called Unsettling Differences. You can find them on iTunes and Spotify.
They are.
Really check them out.
A great group of guys.
They are a great group of guys. Just like the Radio Gear Network is a great group of guys. June 29th, Binghamton hosts 80, 76 Main Street. We have a huge show. We have Joey Ryan will be in the house in the main event. I can't wait. I'm really looking forward to this show. It is this is the first ever show that we've ever done for the Gay Pride Festival down in Binghamton. Check it out. You can get tickets at excitewrestling.com/shop. XCITE wrestling.com. Wow, I can't spell today. That's the third time I've done that.
XCITE.
XCITE wrestling.com/shop. Get your tickets. $30 for front row, $15 general admission. That's June 29th. But yeah, thank you again for listening. For Sleazy.
For the Hall of Famer Fatman.
Fucking jerk. This is the Wrestling Show. Thank you guys so much for listening. Peace.
See ya.
I'm a truth that you seem to run from. I'm an army of one. I'm a clip in your gun. I'm the pain in the game. The bloodshed in your name. When there's nothing to gain.
The preceding presentation has been brought to you by the Gear Network.